Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Saturday, January 25th, 2020. One of the big stories in the world of sports today is LeBron James is set to pass Kobe Bryant for third all-time in scoring in NBA history. And right on script, LeBron's set to do this in Philadelphia, which is Kobe Bryant's hometown, the son of Joe Jellybean Bryant, who played a lot of years in the NBA in Philadelphia. And if you've been following me for any period of time, I've shown you how Michael Jordan's last game was played in Philadelphia, perfectly synced up with Kobe Bryant's retirement. We'll revisit that. And so many other rituals done around Kobe and LeBron over the years. Again, to see through these rituals, even past the surface level obvious talking point about this being done in Philadelphia, to really see through these rituals and how well scripted they are, you have to understand the language of gematria, the Jewish practice of coding numbers into words. This is the code that the NBA and the rest of the world of American sports are scripted by. So let's get into this. We'll come back and revisit the Michael Jordan piece. We'll also talk about the death of Moses Malone and Daryl Dawkins just before the season began, where Kobe retired. They were both Philadelphia stars. But tonight's game, Lakers at Philly. LeBron needs 18 points to pass Kobe Bryant because Philadelphia equals 61, the 18th prime. But just think about this. There are 82 games in a basketball season. And if you want to know why there's 82 games, again, gematria is the answer to all things when it comes to sports. If you type in game with the reverse alphabetic order, game is 82. All of these numbers are significant. We're going to be talking about 26 in this post and also 82, but 82 games in an NBA season. And look at pro basketball. Pro basketball also equals 82. Special numbers. Again, you look at gematria, you start to understand why there's the number of games there is in a baseball season, in a football season. Baseball equals 162 with the reverse alphabetic order. Major League Baseball, 162. You know, in football, it's all about the vesica piscis. That's the shape of the football in sacred geometry. Vesica piscis is 53, the 16th prime, a 16-game season. And think about it, 53-man roster, 53-yard wide field. Somebody's saying, well, what about when it used to be a 14-game season? Football, 43, the 14th prime. Somebody's saying, well, what about when baseball was a 154-game season back in the day? Doubleday 154. Abner Doubleday, the American Freemason that baseball's credited to. Go back to June 3rd, 2017. June 3rd is the 154th day of the year. A record amount of grand slams hit in Major League Baseball. And again, I could tell you things about all of these ciphers, but you need to know all four. Alphabetic order with the rules of numerology, reverse alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. You need to know all four to see through the rituals fully. So anyway, coming back to how the NBA has an 82-game season. The Lakers and Philly, they're opposite conferences. They only play each other twice a year. So there's a 2 in 82 chance or a 1 in 41 chance of LeBron facing Philly to pass Kobe Bryant's record. Very small odds. Less than 2.5% odds. You know, imagine if I stuck out 41 cards and I said pick one and you had to nail the right one. Very slim chances. Yet, if you pay attention to sports, this stuff happens all the time. You know, just in the past NFL season, the Saints play the Colts once every 4 years. Out of 64 games, they'll play the Colts once. This year, you had the Colts and Saints on prime time, and then Drew Brees passes Peyton Manning's record. Peyton Manning, who played the majority of his career for the Colts, on prime time, and of course, Peyton's father was Archie Manning, who played for the Saints, just like how when the Saints won their first and only Super Bowl, they defeated Archie Manning's son, Peyton Manning, who was clearly lofting interceptions into the secondary to put the game away. Oh my goodness. Anyway, slim odds Perfect rituals. It's because, just like the announcers are always blurting out, you couldn't have scripted it any better. So Kobe Bryant's 41 years old right now, and we'll get back to the significance of him being 41. But from his birthday to today's game is his 156th day of his age, and Philadelphia's 76ers equals 156. So LeBron playing, the team that Kobe grew up cheering for, to pass his record. And from LeBron's birthday to today is 26 days. Today's January 25th. 1 plus 25, 26. Remember, Game's 26. Bryant's 26. Jordan's 26. And we're going to revisit how these men who had two very similar careers retired in a perfect ritual apart from each other by 13 seasons. Philadelphia is 101, and LeBron's full name, LeBron Raymond James, is 101. 101 is the 26th prime number. You might recall a couple NFL seasons ago, Donald Trump took on the NFL protesters on September 23rd, 23/9, like how the flag was sewn in Philadelphia, 239 Arch Street. 239 is the 52nd prime. It was the year of Super Bowl 52. The Eagles went on to beat the Patriots. I told people right after that, that's what the Super Bowl would be, Patriots and Eagles. And I said, watch the Eagles start 10-1 this season. And of course they did. Philadelphia 101. These are big rituals. 101 is the 26th prime. Flag also equals 26. Philly's the home of the flag. If you haven't read my book, the first chapter is about the significance of 26. Why there's 26 letters in the English alphabet. God sums to 26 in English and in Hebrew. It's the God number. And the game is God for a lot of people in modern times. People like Bryant and Jordan, a lot of fans worshiping them truly. So, the other thing about today, January 25th, it can be written 25/1 like 251, the 54th prime. Kobe Bryant's full name is Kobe Bean Bryant, 54. And remember, we just saw a ritual like this in the college football championship. It was played in New Orleans, which equals 54, on a 54-date numerology, 54 days after Dabo Swinney's birthday, the coach of Clemson. And Trevor Lawrence, the QB for Clemson, lost his first game as a starter, becoming 25-1, like 251, the 54th prime. And now Joe Burrow, not to be confused with the Joe Montana Bowl, the Super Bowl's 54 days after his birthday, and Joe Montana's 54. Joe Montana's Niners playing the Chiefs. Today's date, it also has 66 numerology. LeBron James is 66. LeBron's 66. King is 66. Remember a few years ago when LeBron was down 3-1 and you could get nearly 40-1 odds for LeBron to come back and win the finals against the Warriors? And I told people, go for it. We've said all year the Cavs are going to win on the real King James's birthday, June 19th. Now they have to win on the real King James's birthday. They're down 3-1. And sure enough, LeBron came back and won on the real King James's birthday. The King. The Warriors went down with 89 points. King James equals 89. Go back and check the box score. Couldn't have scripted it any better. And keep in mind, King James has a Bible named after him. Philadelphia is a biblical city named in Revelation, the 66th book of the Bible. Number of the beast equals 66. A few years ago, they reported that LeBron was the first player to go to 6 straight finals since 1966, 666, when Bill Russell did it. Again, 666 is taught about in the 66th book of the Bible, Revelation, where Philadelphia is named. So with regards to Kobe being 41 years old, Kobe Bryant's 41, King is 41, LA's 41, and of course, LeBron's playing in LA where Kobe played. Here's the all-time scoring leaders, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at the top, then Karl Malone, then Kobe, then LeBron. And notice how they're in the 33,000 K range at the time of this passing, and they're in, well, Kobe's in third with 33,000 some points. Kobe's 33, LeBron's 33, James is 33. Cleveland's 33 as well, who LeBron played the majority of his career for. And remember, when the Cavs came back from down 3-1. They were the 33rd NBA team to be in that situation in playoff history, and the first to come back from 3-1. NBA Finals also equals 33. When Michael Jordan's dad died after the finals, it was a 33 ritual. Okay, so just to go back and revisit some other things from recent times, and realize there's a whole lot more of this on my blog, but this is one of my favorite examples. The retirement, or Michael Jordan's last game. He was playing for the Wizards. He played his last game in Philly. They lost 107-87. And Kobe's last game was against the Utah Jazz. Notice the Lakers scored 101 in that game. Philadelphia number. Kobe's home. But check this out right here. When I made this post, it was before the Gematrinator calculator was built. So, Michael's last game, his last career game, was April 16th, 2003. And Kobe's last game was April 13th, 2016. That was exactly 678 weeks later. 678. And look at this. Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Utah Jazz. Kobe Bryant's retirement poem that year was called Dear Basketball. With the alphabetic order, they all sum to 113. And remember, the National Basketball Association equals 113 as well. But there's a cipher where you multiply the alphabetic order times 6. So 113 times 6 is 678, right? So Kobe and Michael retire exactly 678 weeks apart. Kobe plays his last game against the Utah Jazz, which was symbolic because Moses Malone was drafted in the NBA out of high school like Kobe to the Utah Stars, and then ended up playing much of his career in Philadelphia. And you might recall Moses Malone and Daryl Dawkins dropped dead days apart just at the start of that NBA season, just before it got underway. And Moses Malone died at age 60. Kobe scored 60 in his last game. The N-word equals 60. Daryl Dawkins scored 58. Daryl Dawkins died at age 58 right after Kobe. And look at this. Kobe Bryant, we talked about the 41 and the 113. 157 is the 37th prime. Los Angeles is 37. But he also has that 58 in his name. Kobe Bryant's 58, so is Los Angeles Lakers. And remember, that's a big one. Freemasonry 58, Secret Society 58, Rosicrucian 58, King James, the real King James, dropped dead at age 58. So anyway, when they did Kobe's big retirement ceremony, it had everything to do with 58. But Daryl Dawkins drops dead at 58. Moses Malone drops dead at age 60. And that's combined 118 years of age. And keep in mind, Los Angeles, California is on the 118th meridian, and it equals 118. And, it burned on November 8th, 2018. Deadliest wildfire in state history. The other place that burned was Paradise, California, another 118. Anyway, there's a reason for all of these rituals. Daryl Dawkins, Moses Malone were off by the code for Kobe's final symbolic season. Now about this 678 thing, the other big ritual that went down that day, you might recall that ESPN had 2 NBA games going to conclude the season. They had Kobe Bryant's last game against Utah, where they were even all game keeping up a Kobe Bryant total shot counter in the corner. Kobe put up 50 shots that game. Utah equals 50. But then on ESPN2, they had the Warriors playing as well, going for an NBA season record, 73 wins, with Steph Curry born on the 73rd day of the year, whose father, Del Curry, played Michael Jordan in Michael Jordan's 73rd game of the season, the year the Bulls set the win record at 72. And in that game, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, they set an NBA record with 678 combined three-pointers for a season. 2 teammates hitting 678 threes. Like Michael Jordan equals 678, like Kobe Bryant 678, like how they retired 678 weeks apart. And remember, the Warriors are originally from Philadelphia. They won the first professional basketball championship, the Philadelphia Warriors. There's that Bay Area Philly connection. The Athletics are from Philly. A lot of coaches go between Philly and the Bay. So anyway, 678 again. And don't forget that Kobe's dad, Joe Jellybean Bryant, was drafted by the Warriors and then later played for the 76ers. So it was all this perfect ritual. And I'd been saying prior to this happening just how everything about sports is a perfect script. It's a perfect story in numbers, and they're using technology to ensure outcomes. And we've proven that so many times since with the evidence that has been revealed. So, by the way, April 16th, the day that Kobe retired. Or no, excuse me. That's the day Jordan retired, April 16th. That's the 106th day of the year. Oracle Arena is 106 feet tall. That's the prophecy number. Revelation is a book of prophecy, which mentions Philadelphia. And I'm getting rusty here. Is it? There's some 106 connection with, I forget what it is. There's some other 106 connection with the Warriors. It's okay. Yeah, and here, just to go back and revisit the Moses Malone. Again, Moses Malone and Daryl Dawkins died days apart. Again, Moses Malone was drafted by Utah. Kobe played his last game against Utah. They were both drafted out of high school. So Moses Malone dead at 60. Kobe scores 60 in farewell against Moses Malone's old Utah team. And from the death of Moses Malone, September 13th, to Kobe's last game was 213 days later. And remember, LA's the 213 area code. The N-word has the 60 gematria. Racism has the 213 gematria. You might recall a couple years ago, LeBron James's house was supposedly spray painted with the N-word in LA. And that story came just before LeBron James played his 213th playoff game. His next playoff game after that story happened was his 213th playoff game. And it was the first game of the NBA Finals. The NBA Finals is 213. And look at LeBron James's name. LeBron James has that 42 in it. Just like the N-word is 42 and 60 like we were talking about. So, these are sick jokes. And, yeah, you can go back and go through my blog. There's so much information on my blog, you guys. There's nearly 30,000 posts. A lot of them are sports related. And when Kobe retired, Joe Bryant had been drafted 41 years earlier. And by the way, Golden State equals 41. Again, Jellybean was drafted by the Warriors. And then his son, Kobe Bryant, retires 41 years later. So, all perfect. And look how he came out of the game with 4.1 seconds left. I remember that now, man. You'll notice if you recognize gematria, you'll see how the clock is perfectly set to stop right on tenths of a second for rituals. Again, for people who are new, they might find that unbelievable. But again, you learn the knowledge and you just watch game after game. You'll be like, oh my God, they're doing this. And they are. And they have been. Here we are talking about 41 again. That's Kobe's parting moment. Coming off the court with 4.1 left. So, all right, we'll leave it there, Truth Seeker. GematriaEffect.news is where I'm posting now. Free to find truth. That is my old blog. Till next time. Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Saturday, January 25th, 2020. NBA history made today when LeBron James passed Kobe Bryant in third all-time in scoring. The funny part about this is that LeBron did it in Kobe's hometown, Philadelphia. And if you watch today's earlier decode on the significance of LeBron passing Kobe on this specific day, big part of what we talked about was the number 54. When LeBron passed Kobe tonight, he scored the team's 54th point of the game. Again, the reason that matters is because Kobe's full name, Kobe Bean Bryant, in gematria sums to 54. And today's January 25th, 25/1, like 251, that is the 54th prime number. So again, earlier today we talked about the significance of Kobe being 41 years old. While LeBron's passing, Kobe Bryant's 41. They call LeBron King James. King is 41. LA's 41. And again, we talked about the significance of today, January 25th, the 54 connection, a huge number right now. Super Bowl 54 is next weekend. It's the Joe Montana Bowl. Joe Montana equals 54 in gematria. Joe Burrow just won the college championship. The Super Bowl's 54 days after his birthday. Again, he made Trevor Lawrence 25-1 in that game, like 251, the 54th prime as a starter. The game was played in New Orleans, which is 54, on a date with 54 numerology, 54 days after Dabu Sweeney's birthday. This number 54 is everywhere right now in sports when you know gematria. And again, it's like this year after year. It just shows that sports are a perfect script. And again, they're connected to politics as well. We're calling this year's Super Bowl the Joe Montana Bowl and the Impeachment Bowl. Nancy Pelosi against Trump. She's from San Francisco. The Super Bowl's 54 days from her birthday. And the word impeach equals 134 in gematria. The Super Bowl's 134 days from Trump's birthday. And you think about it. Nancy Pelosi's San Francisco 49ers versus the Commander-in-Chief, or the Kansas City Chiefs. Look up what high school Patrick Mahomes went to. White House High School. White House High School. Look it up. It's a fact. And the Super Bowl is 138 days from his birthday, like Donald Trump equals 138, like how the Washington Nationals won the World Series 138 days after Trump's birthday. And Nationals equals 138 as well, same as Dave Martinez, the manager. So anyway, it's all a web. It's all a script. When the announcers are screaming, you couldn't have scripted it any better, they're not joking. If you missed today's earlier video before the game was played, before the record was set, check it out. Again, we talked about how many things line up so nicely. Today's Kobe's 156th day of his age. Philadelphia 76ers 156, like his father, Joe Jellybean Bryant, used to play for him. So, again, a lot of information we covered in today's earlier video. Definitely check that out. And that said, I almost forgot to hit the piece about 74. This is the 74th NBA season. This is the 74th NBA season. Remember, the Zion Williamson sweepstakes was May 14th, 2019. That was the anniversary of the establishment of Zionist Israel, the Jewish nation. Gematria is a Jewish practice coming from Jewish mysticism, Kabbalah. Gematria is the practice of coding numbers into words. Jewish equals 74, Masonic, occult, English, Gematria. Excuse me, they all sum to 74. Very special number. Zion Williamson equals 74. Think about it. Think about it. The defending champions are the Toronto Raptors. Toronto, Ontario, 74. First game of the 74th season was played there. So, nice ritual for the 74th season. And again, they really couldn't have scripted it any better. We'll leave it there, Truth Seeker. Till next time.
Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Sunday, January 26th, 2020. The news that has shocked the world today is the death of Kobe Bryant in a helicopter crash at age 41. A lot of news media is commenting, what are the odds that yesterday LeBron James passes Kobe Bryant in scoring and the next day Kobe dies? And that is the right question, especially what are the odds that in an 82-game season, the game LeBron passes Kobe is in Philly, 1 in 82 chance, Kobe's hometown. If you missed the work I did yesterday prior to LeBron passing Kobe, I talked about how with these major rituals, there's often ritual death. And I talked about the deaths of Daryl Dawkins and Moses Malone, Philadelphia basketball stars, who both died the season that Kobe finished his career. Daryl Dawkins died at age 58. And Moses Malone died at 60, exactly 213 days before Kobe's last game where he scored 60. And, of course, LA is the 213 area code. So let's go through the key pieces of information relating to Kobe's death at age 41. And of course, yesterday in the videos, I talked about the significance of Kobe being 41 right now. Let's do it again. We'll start with him dying on the 26th. If you have not read my book, the first chapter is Why Are There 26 Letters in the English Alphabet? 26 is known as the God number in Hebrew gematria, a code that's thousands of years old. In English, the word God equals 26. Notice names like Bryant, Jordan, athlete, game, God, they're all 26. Philadelphia, Kobe's home city where LeBron just passed him last night. Philadelphia's 101, the 26th prime. Kobe's death was announced as the Pro Bowl was kicking off. Pro Bowl 101. And they say Kobe's helicopter crashed right off the 101 freeway. The first chapter of my book, it's about 26 and 101. You have to know these numbers to see how often they are used ritualistically together like this. So Kobe's died on a Sunday. It's the one day of the week that has gematria 33. Sunday's 33, Kobe's 33, LeBron's 33, James is 33, Michael's 33. Huge number with rituals. And it's often paired together with the number 74. This is the 74th NBA season, the season of Zion Williamson. Zion Williamson equals 74. And the day of Kobe's death, Zion Williamson's going to be playing on a Sunday on ABC for his third career game. He's going to get the most attention he's ever gotten tonight through the viewing lens. And an NBA legend's now gone, making way for the upcoming NBA legend. Zion Williamson in the 74th NBA season. Don't forget the Zion Williamson sweepstakes was May 14th, 2019. The anniversary of the establishment of Zionist Israel, May 14th, 1948. That's not an accident. Jewish equals 74, like Zion Williamson, like gematria, like English, like Masonic, like occult. 74 is the number, often paired with 33. Now, today is the day of the 62nd Grammys. And the last time there was a major death before the Grammys, it was Vanity, Prince's girlfriend. If you missed my 3-hour live stream that I just did on this, Jeff Young called in of Megadeth. And I did radio show for Jeff Young right after Vanity died, and we predicted Prince's death on that radio program. Jeff Young's Music Without Boundaries, go to the February 18th, 2016 episode. We said, it's not looking good for Prince after Vanity died before the 58th Grammys. We'll come back to that, but now we have Kobe dead, the day of the 62nd Grammys. Notice Grammys is 33. Few years ago, they married 33 gay couples at the Grammys. You might recall that. Might have been more than a few years ago. It was either 2013 or 14. Anyhow, the 62nd Grammys, remember, sacrifice equals 62. So does Faustian bargain. And a Faustian bargain is a deal with the devil, selling your soul for fame and material wealth. Comes from a novel about Dr. Faustus, the character who sells his soul, who's also referred to as Faust in the novel. Notice Dr. Faustus is 47, like today's date numerology. Faust is also 67, like blood sacrifice, like today's date numerology is 67 and 47. When Vanity died, Prince died span of 67 days later, the exact number we talked about before Prince died. The first Grammys were on May 4th in 59. We'll get to how Kobe Bean Bryant equals 54 and Black Mamba equals 59. And that's the year Motown came out. 59 is the number stamped all over Black history, Negro, Slave, Blues, Rasta. About Kobe dying on the 67 date numerology, he died in Calabasas, which equals 67. Notice Black Mamba is also 67. Calabasas and Black Mamba are both also 59. And again, the first Grammys in 59. Again, this is the number stamped all over Black history. Negro, Slave, Blues, Rasta, all 59. And, again, Motown came out in 59. Black History Month in non-leap years ends on the 59th day of the year. Michael Jordan's another 59. Kobe and Michael, major parallels. So, Kobe Bean Bryant equals 54. Yesterday, before the game was played, before LeBron passed Kobe, I talked about the significance of the date, January 25th, the day LeBron was going to pass Kobe, 25/1, like 251, the 54th prime. Lo and behold, LeBron goes on to pass Kobe, scoring the 54th points of the game for the Lakers while Philadelphia was stuck on 74 points. So Kobe Bean Bryant, 54. If you missed yesterday's video, check it out because I go on a rant about how much 54 is going on in the world right now as we approach Super Bowl 54. Now, Kobe Bean Bryant becomes part of this ritual. The other year, he was a big part of the Super Bowl 52 ritual, and they made a big deal about Kobe singing Fly, Eagles, Fly. And with regards to the Super Bowl 54 being next weekend, the Sunday after his death, Kobe's 41 years old right now. Super Bowl's 41. Kobe Bryant's 41. Last night, King James passed him. King's 41. Remember, when we told you LeBron was coming back from down 3-1 to win it on the real King James's birthday, June 19th, and he did. Rituals scripted by the numbers. But King 41. Remember, Kobe's dad was drafted 41 years before Kobe retired. Joe Jellybean Bryant was drafted by the Golden State Warriors 1975. He was the 14th pick. Kobe retired in 2016 with games going on, him against the Jazz in his last game, and the Warriors playing on ESPN1 and ESPN2. Golden State is 41, who his dad was drafted by 41 years before he retired, and when you write out 14 is 41. And remember when Kobe scored 81 points? Remember that game? It was on January 22nd, 1/22. His team scored 122 points. That means when Kobe scored 81, the rest of the Lakers scored 41 points. The word ritual equals 81 and 27. Kobe was 27 years old when he scored 81. Ritual and numbers that again paid tribute to 41. Now, Shaq, his teammate, his upcoming birthday's in 41 days. LA equals 41. Of course, that's the 13th prime. LA also equals 13. His daughter died at 13. 41 plus 13 is 54. Remember, Joanne Buss of the Lakers just died December 16th. From her death to Kobe's death is 41 days later. Joanne equals 54 as well. As for his father, Joe Bryant, it's his 100th day of his age. When you write out 100, it equals 54. It's also 3 months and 8 days. Talk about why that matters. Right here, Kobe's wife, who he supposedly had the affair, with the other girl, and then came back and got Vanessa the Big Diamond. Story from, a decade or more ago. Time flies. But his wife, look at this. From his wife's birthday, May 5th, to Kobe's death is 266 days. The big number with the Jesuits, but also 38 weeks. Let's cover both numbers. 38's the death number. Remember, murder by numbers, the movie poster. The E's changed to the 3, the B's changed to the 8. Murder's 38. Killings 38, deaths 38, RIP's 38, gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words, 38, English is 38, this code comes from Kabbalah, 38. And remember, the band Slipknot that did the song Gematria, the killing name, their first member died at age 38. So 38 weeks after his wife's birthday, 3 months and 8 days from his dad's. And keep in mind, with regards to the 100 days, it's the 100th NFL season, Super Bowl 54 next weekend. We've connected a lot of rituals this year with the 154. This is the latest. But with regards to the 266 days, okay, here's what you need to know. The Jesuit motto in Latin sums to 266 and 122. Pope Francis is the first publicly Jesuit pope, and he is the 266th pope, right? And that Jesuit motto is also 122 like Pope Francis. San Francisco equals 122. It's on the 122nd meridian. They're in the Super Bowl next weekend. San Francisco is named after St. Francis of Assisi, just like Pope Francis. Look at this. From the Pope's birthday to Kobe's death is 41 days. And the Pope synced up with a lot of sports rituals. I've been showing this time after time, year after year. Pope Francis is the first publicly Jesuit pope. Jesuits have so much influence in sports, especially basketball. And for the person out there who's going, how can this be? How can it be synced up with the Pope? Synced up with his wife, with his father, with Joanne Buss, with Shaq. How is this possible? Like I've been explaining for years. It's a chessboard. When you go in a Masonic lodge, and Shaq's a Mason, his daughter, or not his daughter, his sister died by the numbers this year. But when you go in a Masonic lodge, or you don't even have to go in one, just watching these documentaries they put out, The floor is a chessboard. And again, masonry is what works by this code of letters and numbers. Masonry is what controls the world of entertainment. Like I've been saying for years, these athletes are in arranged marriages which are synced up with their careers. You know, just like Steph Curry's wife is from Toronto. You know, it was the 73rd NBA season last year. Steph Curry born on the 73rd day of the year. When Michael Jordan set the win record at 72, his 73rd game of the season was against Del Curry, the father of Steph Curry. Again, these people are in arranged marriages. They're being told when to procreate, what day to have the C-section so the birthday is perfect, what name gematria to give these people. They're doing it this way. They're setting the chessboard because they have the whole script laid out. As we're going to get to, a cartoon foreshadowed Kobe's death. Kobe Bryant has a toy helicopter you can buy right now. There's a lot of stuff that shows that all of this is pre-planned and very carefully coordinated. And, you know, you should get the point from what I just said, because this is absolutely what's going on. I've been talking about this for years. Example after example piles up. But I mean, just think about it. He's with this woman. He ends up dying 266 days after her birthday, or her 38 weeks, you know? And we'll get to how she's 37 years old, too, the Los Angeles number, in a moment. But anyway, the NBA Finals start this year on June 4th, 6-4. That's in 131 days. It's also 4 months and 10 days, which looks a little bit like 4-1, but that 131 days is huge because that's the championship number. Again, Super Bowl's 131, championships 131. When you write out 57, it's 131. NBA Finals is 57, helicopters 57. Joe Montana equals 54. It's the Joe Montana Bowl. It's 131 days from his birthday. The 49ers just beat the Packers 37-20, 57 combined points, a span of 57 days from wasting the Packers in the regular season. These numbers just get recycled and used again and again every single year. Abdul-Jabbar equals 74. It's the 74th NBA season. He's the all-time leading point scorer. He played for LA and Milwaukee. Think about it. But here, look at this. In Sumerian gematria, a helicopter is 666 like the NBA Finals. Remember when they said LeBron was the first player to go to 6 straight finals since 66 when Bill Russell did it? The crash today was in Calabasas, California, which equals 66 like number of the beast. 666 is the number of the beast taught about in the 66th book of the Bible, Revelation 13:18. So Calabasas, California 66, number of the beast 66, LeBron James 66, LeBron 66, Lakers 66. And remember, 2 years ago, when LeBron was with the Cavs, he played the Lakers. For both teams, it was their 66th game. The Cavs fell to 38-28, 66th game. Lakers improved to 30-36, 66th game. Cavs went down with 113 points. And then 113 days after that game, which was on March 11th, 11/3 like 113, 113 days later, LeBron signed with the Cavs on July 1st. And again, that's a big number in the NBA. The National Basketball Association's 113, Michael Jordan's 113, Kobe Bryant's 113, as we'll get to. Again, rituals and numbers. The year that LeBron won his first NBA Finals was the NBA's 66th season. That season was shortened from 82 games to 66 games, and now you can really understand why. It was a huge ritual for LeBron, who became the name in the game, just like Zion Williamson will eventually become the name in the game. And today, Zion Williamson going to play before more eyes than he ever has before in his life on the day that Kobe dies. Rituals. Now, Kobe, he's died on his 157th day of his age. When you run the alphabetic order in reverse, Kobe Bryant is 157. And again, if you are new here, you have to know all 4 base ciphers to see the totality of the ritual. Kobe Bryant with the alphabetic order. I cannot type, sorry. 113, like Michael Jordan, just like what we were talking about with LeBron before he came over to the Lakers. Kobe Bryant, 41, with the alphabetic order and rules of numerology, his age of death. So we have alphabetic order, 113, alphabetic order, rules of numerology, his age of death, 157 with the reverse alphabetic order. That is the 37th prime number. Los Angeles equals 37. His wife's 37. Tonight the Grammys are in the Staples Center where the Lakers and Clippers play. And Staples Center, when spelled correctly, is 157. We'll talk about how it's 770 days since they hung up his jersey. Staples Center is also 77. But again, just perfect ritual. So Kobe dead on his 157th day of age. Notice it's also 5 months and 4 days. 5 months and 4 days, you guys. 5 months and 4 days, like Kobe Bean Bryant. 54. LeBron last night passes Kobe, scoring his 54th point. And you know what I was missing this whole time? Kobe Bean Bryant's also 81, like how we scored 81 in that game when the rest of his teammates scored 41. Kobe Bean Bryant, 243. The United States of America is 243 years old right now. And maybe there's something to 135 with Bryant. I don't know it off the top of my head. The other year when they did the big ritual with him singing Fly Eagles Fly, I mean, it made sense then, but I'm sure there's something else to that number I don't know yet. Again, there's always more to research. So anyway, perfect day for Kobe. Philadelphia 76ers equals 156. Yesterday, LeBron, again, passed Kobe, playing the Sixers in his hometown. With regards to helicopter crash, has gematria of 79 and 83 like murder. LeBron Raymond James, his full name, 79. Zion Williamson, 79. New Orleans Pelicans, 79. And 79 is the 22nd prime number. Remember, basketball equals 22. David equals 22. Stern equals 22. David Stern died January 1st, 2020, a date with 22 numerology. A span of 22 days later, Zion Williamson makes his debut and scores 22 points on the 22nd, including 17 straight in the fourth quarter. Zion 17. NBA 17. It's all a script. See these videos. I illustrated the significance of 22 and 17 before Zion played that game. You know, talked about these numbers many times. The day David Stern died, I said, just watch. When Zion comes back, it'll be synced up with the death of David Stern. Sure enough, right on the nose. They made a point about how Kobe played 20 seasons. I've been talking about how I think there'll be a lot of celebrity death this year because death's 20, it's 2020. Today is 27 days after LeBron's birthday. Ritual's 27. Remember a few years ago when LeBron won on the real King James's birthday, he scored 27 points on King James's birthday, and then 27 days later, Nate Thurmond died, who played for the Warriors and Cavs and had his number 42, retired with the Warriors and Cavs. LeBron James, 42. I've always said that I believe Nate Thurmond is truly LeBron's father, and I stand by that. Same hairline, similar game, similar build. I think that's truly LeBron's father, Nate Thurmond. Again, Kobe Bean Bryant, 243. The United States of America is 243 years old. He's dead on 26/1, the way the majority of the world writes the date. The United States of America, 261. He's dead at age 41. USA, 41. Again, 41 is the 13th prime, 13 stripes, 13 colonies, 13 years of public school programming, turning most Americans into brain-dead coincidence theorists. Jordan's birthday is February 17th. He's going to turn 57 years old this year. Kobe's dead 22 days before Jordan's birthday. And again, Michael Jordan, just using the alphabetic order. 113. You see the 59 and 76 in Jordan? Get Negroes 59 and 76, Slave 59, 76, Blues 59. You know, Barack Obama 59, or excuse me, 76. His Secret Service name, Obama, was Renegade, which equals 59. Isn't that sick? But, oh, I forgot to, again, just type in Michael Jordan, so you can see that 113. Michael Jordan's 113. Kobe Bryant, 113. Kobe Bryant's retirement poem, which won him an Oscar, Dear Basketball, 113. And he played his last game against the only team that equals 113 in the NBA, the Utah Jazz. So the National Basketball Association's 113 with the alphabetic order and rules of numerology. Again, Kobe retired his jersey against Golden State, or his, you know, for the 41 thing. There was a huge ritual with this, but they retired his jersey on the day leaving 13 days left in the year. LA, KB, Kobe Bryant, Golden State 41. It was the Lakers-Warriors game. And The Warriors, they picked up their 24th win that night. That's right. The Warriors got the 24th win. Of course, they retired the 8 and 24 jersey. See how they do it. And we were talking about how Steph Curry, how his record three-point streak was snapped at 157 games at the Staples Center. And now look, Kobe Bryant's dead on his 157th day of his age. All ritual. Kobe Bryant also 58, like Los Angeles Lakers, like Golden State, like Oakland, like Freemasonry, like Secret Society, also like Rosicrucian. The real King James was a Freemason and a Rosicrucian. He dropped dead unexpectedly at age 58. So again, powerful rituals. Last month, this headline, Kobe Bryant plays Good Samaritan after major car accident. This is from December 13th, from Kobe's birthday to this day where he was the Good Samaritan helping out at the wreck. It was Kobe's 113th day of his age. You see how they do it? Kobe Bryant 113, the National Basketball Association 113, manufactured news by the numbers. Probably the same as his helicopter crash today. And whether he's really dead or not, I mean, it is manufactured news by the code. Kobe won that Oscar for Dear Basketball 113. From the day that he won the Oscar to the day that he has died is 99 weeks later. When you write out 13 as a word equals 99, Dear Basketball starts with a shot clock on 13 seconds and counts down. And one of the stories today is that his daughter, his daughter's name not to be confused with Giannis, the star player of the Bucks. Again, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Lakers and Bucks. Anyway, his daughter, Gianna Marie Bryant, she died at 13. LA's 13 and 41. 41's the 13th prime. The way that TMZ reported her name equals 74, like the 74th NBA season, but her actual name is Gianna Marie Bryant. If you just call her Gianna Bryant, look at her name. 126, dead on January 26th, 1/26. Gianna Bryant, 54, like Kobe Bean Bryant. You know what I mean? They said that the plane crashed on the 4200 block. Let me see, where did I plug that in at? So right here, they say that the plane crashed on the 4200 block. He was in the S-76. What did I just say about 76? Million Man March on the day, leaving 76 days left in the year. Negro Slave, Blues, Rasta, Michael Jordan, Barack Obama. But the 4200 block, these are all the numbers stamped on Black history. 42, 59, 76. LeBron James 42, Lakers 42. I mean, it's just all perfect. And again, the only way it can all be this perfect if it is planned to a T, which it is, by the most powerful secret societies that have existed for centuries, that have operated this way for centuries, that have done everything in this nation's history by this code. Here's a cartoon from years ago. Comedy Central Legends of Chamberlain, Heights, Kobe Bryant crashes in the helicopter. You can get this toy, the Los Angeles Lakers helicopter with the Kobe Bryant action figure. CBS put out a 58-second video. I showed on the live stream how TMZ's first video of the crash site was 54 seconds long. Again, Kobe Bean Bryant. And one more time, in light of all the numbers we've talked about, remember, Vanity died before the 58th Grammys. Purple Rain equals 58. Prince would die a span of 67 days later, like Kobe's died in a 67 location, Calabasas, and on a 67 date numerology. When we predicted Prince's death, we focused on 67 and 118. Blood sacrifice 67, death 118. Prince was found in an elevator, which equals 118. Again, a span of 67 days from the death of Vanity. And Kobe's died in Calabasas on the 118th meridian. Prince would go on to die April 21st, 16, a date with 41 numerology. And again, he had the song I Would Die For You, and he spelled it with the number 4 and the letter U. That song was on Purple Rain. Purple Rain equals 58, like how Vanity died before the 58th Grammys. Vanity was Prince's girlfriend in the time of Purple Rain in the film. And I Would Die For You, with the number 4, the letter U. U is the 21st letter. So I Would Die 421. Prince dies 421. And Prince recorded that song in 83, 33 years before his death. So, Same numbers again and again. Prince also died 319 days after his own birthday. Masonic and killing equals 319. He had the song 319. And those are the key points for right now that I'm aware of with the death of Kobe Bryant. If you missed my videos from yesterday, check it out. Again, I'll show you, just in case you haven't seen it yet, but when LeBron passed Kobe last night on 25/1, like 251, the 54th prime, the Lakers scored their 54th points. And then you got it. LeBron James passed Kobe Bryant for third most points in NBA history. And LeBron came in on 33,626 points, 26. Like Bryant, 26, like how he's dead on the 26th. And again, the game yesterday was 26 days after LeBron's birthday, 74th NBA season. And you could just see that the Lakers, the score was 48-51 before it got out of hand. And they set it all up like this. You could just see how the Lakers weren't even trying, throwing the ball away, dumb fouls, shooting long shots with no follow-through, instant brick, just to get the score for this perfect ritual. The 54 ritual in the 74th NBA season. That's how it works. You got eyes to see. You see through these fake rigged sports. But here, I'll also just show you the scoring points leaders. Again, yesterday was 26 days when LeBron passed. 26 days. We were talking about this. And then Bryant dies on the 26th. Something else, man. But hold on. Let me show you these points right here. Okay, so LeBron came in 33-626, 26 days after his birthday, and then passes Bryant on that 54th point. And, you know, we talked about all this before the game was played. This was the presentation before the game was played. 25/1, 54th prime, so you just got to laugh. You got to laugh when LeBron does it on the 54th point. And again, don't forget Moses Malone, dead at 60. Daryl Dawkins, dead at 58. And just to make a point about that, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 118. A 60-year-old, a 58-year-old, 118. Deaths, 118. And then Kobe died in Calabasas today. Calabasas coordinates right there on the 118th meridian. Remember, Los Angeles, California equals 118. So does Paradise, California. Los Angeles, California, 118. Paradise, California, 118. Those cities burned on November 8th, and not by accident, because again, you get Jewish gematria, and you see how death is 118. See how homicide is 118. Prince in the elevator, 118. And then don't forget, LeBron wears 23, Kobe wears 24. Added up, 47, like the 47 degrees on the Masonic compass, like how Kobe's dead on the date with the 47 numerology and a clear ritual to the king. And the years we've been doing this, so many bodies have piled up in connection to LeBron James and basketball is sick. And I'm sure the same thing's going to start happening with Zion Williamson. Because this is the way it works. And that's why this knowledge needs to get spread. And people need to stop investing in these leagues that are truly evil. Truly evil. And rigged by this code. I've been a broken record for 6 years straight. And it's too bad Google censored me so many times. Otherwise there'd be hundreds of thousands of subs here. And thousands of videos. Hearing my voice say the same things, show the same things. It's just tragic. You know, this is yesterday's post. We didn't know yesterday when we were talking about this thing that Kobe was supposedly going to crash in a helicopter right off the 101 freeway. Read my book, Truth Seeker. Best $5 you'll ever spend. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. Till next time.
Welcome back, Truth Seeker. It is January 26th, 2020. The breaking news today. At the time the Pro Bowl was kicking off, just hours before the 60-second Grammys will begin, Kobe Bryant, legendary basketball star in the NBA, dead at 41, along with his 13-year-old daughter and other people traveling with him in the helicopter that crashed. If you missed the work I did yesterday, I did 2 videos on LeBron and Kobe. I did one before the game was played with the significance of LeBron James passing Kobe Bryant in points scored to become third all-time January 25th, 2020. If you missed that video, you definitely want to check it out. I explained how in the world of sports, major feats are synced with ritual murders. And I talked about how Moses Malone and Daryl Dawkins, Philadelphia basketball players, Kobe's from Philly, LeBron passed Kobe yesterday in Philly. I talked about how Moses Malone and Daryl Dawkins were both ritualistically murdered for Kobe's last NBA game against the Utah Jazz, April 13th, 2016. Moses Malone again died at age 60. Kobe played his last game, scoring 60 points. Kobe played his last game against Utah, just like how Moses Malone was drafted by Utah out of high school, not unlike Kobe Bryant, not unlike LeBron James, both high school stars.